everyone, and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Ronnie Johnson with head women's basketball coach Nate Kilbert. Thank you, Coach, for joining us.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Coach, two great wins over the weekend. Beat Alabama State 52-51 at Alabama State. Go up to Huntsville, knock off Alabama A&M. Talk about those two wins, Coach.
Oh, those were great wins for us, especially since they were both on the road, and we split with them at our place. Alabama State beat us at our place, and we beat A&M. But those huge wins for us to go out there and have the opportunity to be in those games and have a chance to win them down the stretch. That was just a great feeling. I mean, I thought our kids played extremely well against Alabama State. We didn't play as well against Alabama A&M, but we played well enough to win. I think that's the most important thing. We had a lot of people come off the bench and to play well for us, and I think that was very key. It's a team thing with us right now. The next person up has been playing extremely well for us, and we need that to continue.
Okay, Coach, did you know, Coach, that's the first time in school history we recorded back-to-back wins over Alabama schools?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's a great thing. Anytime you can make history in your favor, it's always great.
Okay, Coach. All right, in our game against Alabama State went on a 10-2 run to tie it up 51-51. All right, and the last time out, what did you tell your players, and what were you thinking at that time?
Well, at the time when they tied the game up, I thought we was going to win the ball game because we was playing pretty good basketball. We know they just started to make shots, and we was getting good shots. We just wasn't making them at the time. But I still felt good about where we were. I still feel like the pressure was on them to win the ball game because they was at home. And I thought that we executed down the stretch well enough to get the opportunities that we got to shoot the free throws. And I mean, I'm just so happy with them because of the way the guys are playing, the way the effort is great right now, and that's how you win ball games. You know, you expect for teams, especially when they're at home, to make runs like they did. But we had an 8-point lead on them. You know, I knew they was going to make a run at us. I just didn't know whether or not we was going to be able to handle a run like we should, and we handled it just like I thought we would, in the way that you should.
Okay. Well, Coach, talk about the tenacity of your team. You had 3 players to foul out. You had 2 players unable to play. You go to the Acadome, you come out 52-51. Talk about that. Well,
you know, we've been talking about this all year long when it comes to this team thing. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a job to do, and now we're starting to do that. We're starting to play as a team. Our 6, our 7, and our 8 man is starting to come off the bench and do a good job for us. And we can even go deeper than that. I think we're talking about 9 and 10 and 11. We playing 11 to 12 players, and all of them are coming in and playing a great role. They're doing what they're supposed to do. If we need some of them to score, at times they'll score. When we need them to be good defensive players for us, they're being good defensive players. And I think that's how you win it. You have to have a good bench, and we talked about that all year long with our team. Bench play is going to be the difference between winning and losing, and our bench play has been extremely good of late.
Speaking of our bench, talk about Ty McGee. She had some key shots for us in the Alabama State game down the stretch.
Well, she's a senior. I mean, that's what seniors are supposed to do, in my eyesight. You know, we've been on her a lot because we think she could bring a lot more to the team, what she's been bringing in the past. She probably played more minutes in that game than she ever played, but she did make some key shots in that game for us. But she's a pretty good face-to-basket type player. She can shoot that 10 and 12-foot jump shot. She just don't do it a lot. I mean, we need her to be more consistent, and she was pretty consistent that whole basketball game, which when she's consistent like that, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
All right, well, Coach, let's go to the stat sheet. We had 2 players scoring double figures. Faith Hunter recorded her second double-double of the season, 13 points and 11 boards. Let's talk about Faith a little bit here, Coach.
She was awesome in that Alabama State game, and I to be honest with you, I have never seen her play the way that she played in the Alabama State game. I'm talking about energy-wise, from rebounding to scoring to playing defense. She had the total package in that game. We knew she was capable of doing all that, but we had never seen it at that level and being that consistent with it. She was just great in that game. And when she plays that way, we are hard to beat. And I think a lot of teams know that. And you know, after the game, Coach Harris asked me, man, where y'all get that girl from? She was there when we played y'all at our place. She just didn't play at that level. But she played extremely well for us. But she's capable of doing that. And I just hope she continues to play well like that. Okay.
Well, Coach, let's talk about Destiny Bruton. She was the other leading scorer with 15 points. You know, our team leader, our point guard. Talk about her a little bit.
Well, she's someone that we put a lot of pressure on. We put a lot of pressure on her to be Destiny Bruton. And I thought early in the year, I didn't think she was Destiny Bruton. And I met with her in Asia before we took this road trip that we had, and told them that I think they're the reason why we're not playing where we're capable of playing. And both of them agreed with me. And they told me they were going to change the way they was playing. And you can see with those two playing better, our team is totally better. Destiny, she has to control the tempo of the game. She has to score for us. She has to get people involved for us. And you know, all them have to, I'm using it. That's what's going to make us a good basketball team. She's a big part of what we do, and we need her to play well in order for us to do some of those things that we were talking about. But she played extremely well against Alabama State. She controlled the tempo of the game. She scored for us, played solid defense. We asked a lot of her, and we wouldn't ask it of her. We didn't think she was capable of doing it. She's starting to play the way that we need her to play and the way she's supposed to be playing anyways. I think she's that good. Okay.
Well, Coach, let's talk about the final 20 seconds of the game against Alabama State. You know, they tied up 51-51 on a three-pointer. We come down, less than 30 seconds to go in the game. You know, we throw up a shot, we get the rebound. Get the rebound, we throw up another shot. Talk about the call that was made at the end of the game.
Well, you know, instant replay is great when it worked in your favor. And instant replay, when you go over to the sideline and the referees get a chance to look at it like they did, they're going to normally get it right. So evidently, she got fouled. I knew the foul wasn't the question, whether did she get fouled before the shot clock went off. She got fouled and, you know, actually went to the line, made one of two, and that's all that we needed. But the play set for that last 30 seconds of the game, we wanted the shot clock to get all the way down to 10 seconds. We had this little play we run against teams to try to get a layup off of it. It wasn't open. I mean, then we got other options off of it. We went to those options, and we ended up getting a contested shot off. But, you know, AD, actually, we put her back in the game for that purpose right there. You know, go to the boards. She went to the boards, got the rebound, got fouled. You know, and now it's just a matter of waiting to see what they're going to say. Did the foul happen before the shot clock went off? And I thought it did, you know, but you always, when you can go back and watch it on TV, it's always a little bit better because you can slow it down and you can really look at it. So they got the call right. That's the most important thing. She made one or two. We win the ball game, and that's the end. That's great right there.
Okay. Well, Coach, went up to Alabama A&M, defeated them 65-55. Alabama A&M is a fairly young team. Talk about first-year coach at Alabama A&M.
I mean, I think they're doing a great job simply because they're getting the most out of their players. A very young ball club. You name me one team in the country that has the number of freshmen that they have, and depending on them to do some of the things that they're dependent on their freshmen to do. And you watch the scores. Nobody's really blowing them out. They're in every ball game, and both times we played them, they took the lead on us late in the ball game. And I watched some of the other games on Synergy that against other teams. They're always in the ball game because they execute. I mean, they do all the things they're supposed to do defensively, and all that to me is all about coaching schemes. I mean, they coaches evidently watch film. They do a great job of preparing them for games. They're not a team that I'm looking forward to playing next year when they get some of their people in there and some of their personnel and able to do some of the things that they really want to do. But I just think they're doing a superb job. You know, and to say that, and they haven't won a game in the conference, they're way better than their 0-10 or 0-11 conference record show. That's not a team that I would want to play. Going into a conference tournament or going into a first round of a satellite game, I would not want to play them. You know, they probably won't make the satellite game, but I just think they're well coached. They're well coached.
Okay. Well, Coach, we won the last 3 of our 4 games, 5 out of 6. And we won 3 of our last 4 games. Overall, we won 5 of our last 6 games. Talk about how winning serves as a great confidence builder.
Well, you know, making shots serves as a great down the stretch run for you when you're trying to get your team off to playing a certain way. Anytime you can win, even when you're playing bad, when you win, it makes up for a lot of the bad things that you're doing and helps with your confidence when it comes to things that you're trying to tell the kid, look, this works. All we need you to do is go out and do it. And then when they go out and do it and you win from some of the things that you talked about and some of the things that you did, now the confidence level in those things start to get better. And I think that's what happened with us, because when we started running our little half-court trap, I could see the lack of confidence in it because we had never done it before, you know. But when we actually did it, we started with Jackson, we actually made them turn the ball over. You could see them, okay, this does work. And we tell our kids, everything works if you work. That's the key. You got to get you to work. And then when you get your kids to buy into it, and then they start buying into winning, and then great things can happen for you. Because winning is contagious to me, just like losing. When you start winning, you start to get a taste of it, you start to get a good feel for it, it just gets contagious, and everybody start to want some of it, you know, and losing is the same way. you allow your team to get caught up into losing, it can continue to do that. We're trying to get away from that. We're caught up in winning now, and hopefully our kids will continue to believe in that and like that. You know, when you get a feel of something and you like it, you want to keep doing it, and I hope that's what our kids want to do.
Okay, Coach, we're second part of the conference play. We've got Southern this weekend. We have Alcorn State on Monday night. 2 big losses for us there. So how you feel about going into the Southern game this weekend?
Well, you know, I feel good. I feel good because we're playing good basketball now. Our effort is real good. You know, I think we've been executing and running plays, sets, and all that stuff in the past. We've been doing that good too. But now we're hustling with it. We're starting to feel good about ourselves. So I'm comfortable with where we are and facing Southern on Saturday. We just got to continue to do some things that we've been doing. I think we can play better. I think we can do a lot of things better offensively on shot making. I think we can do some things a little bit better defensively, and I think we're going to do these things better. I see us steady getting better and better as the year goes along, and it's just fortunate that we are on a winning streak now. And I'm looking forward to Saturday to see how we're going to respond to coming off the road. And just remember, all these games are kind of getting tight on this. All this stuff is kind of coming together simply because we just got off the road against Jackson. We left Jackson going into Alabama, and all this is kind of closing in on us a little bit. We don't have time to prepare for Southern like we would have in the past, you know, because we would have been at home. But right now, I'm comfortable. I feel good. I trust our kids a little bit more. I think a lot of it had to do with me too, trusting. You notice how we play our bench? We're still playing our bench a lot now because we're starting to trust them more, and they're starting to believe that they can get the job done. So, and we look at these 2 weekend games as one game. We only got to win one. We win that on Saturday. And then you ask me that same question. We only got to win one. Win that on Monday. So that's the way we want our kids thinking. We only have to win one game.
So you're referring back to the old Johnny Cash song, "One Piece at a Time."
That's it.
One piece at a time.
That's it.
Well, Coach, you know, talk about our 6-man Golden Lion Nation. How important is it for them to come out this weekend?
Oh man, it's very important. I know what having a packed stadium does to kids that when they're out there on the floor and they want to see the crowd live and M4 playing those drums and blowing those horns, and we're just looking forward to packing the house, and we're looking forward to everybody coming out cheering our Lady Lions on, and they're excited about coming back home. This is a great weekend for basketball, so we need that 6-man. We're asking everybody to come out and support us and push us and get that blood flowing and get these kids excited about being out here and playing in front of them.
Okay, and it's also blackout night, Coach. So you got a good black suit.
I got a great black suit, man. It's shiny black.
All right, Coach. Let's go to the current standings here. All right, Coach. You know, Texas Southern is in first place at 8-2. Grambling State and Alabama State are tied in second place at 8-3. Southern and Alcorn State are tied in third place at 7-4. We're tied in fourth place with Mississippi Valley, both of us are 6-5. In fifth place is Prairie View A&M at 3-7, Jackson State at 1-10, and Alabama A&M at 0-11. And talk about, you know, we got some good basketball coming up. Talk about how important this is right now, because you look at it, Alabama A&M plays Alabama State this weekend. Texas Southern's at Grambling, Prairie View's at Jackson State, and we host UAPB, and Alcorn State's at Valley. You know, is this the time of year where teams start to separate?
Yeah, it's going to be some separation simply because that the 2 teams that we play are the 2 teams that's right above us. So there's going to be some movement. There's going to be some shifting in the standings now, simply because we play Southern is 1 notch ahead of us. We play Alcorn 1 notch ahead of us, and Valley's the same way with those 2 teams. So it's going to be it's got to be some movement, either down or up, you know. And that's the great thing about it. And after that, we go to Houston to play the 2 Houston schools. So now you're going to really see some movement one way or the other for all the teams, either up or down. And we sure like to go up.
Okay. Well, Coach, is there anything else you'd like to add to the Golden Lion Nation?
Well, I just want to let everybody know that we're excited about this weekend. We want you guys to come out and support us, and we're looking forward to bringing home a W. All
right. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
That's head women's basketball coach Nate Kilbert. Join us Saturday here at the H.O. Clemens Arena at 5 o'clock tip-off against Southern University, and on Monday night, 5:30 tip-off against Alcorn State. If you can't make it to the game, our good friend Mr. Tim Stubbs will be calling all the action for you. All right, once again, thank you for joining us, and have a good one.